Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos, knocking those down no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made, walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser, I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's you heard, we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the bag, young Chris a king, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a role like me. Military mind stated, and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Keep going even though we know we fed up. It's hella tension, plus we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Austin Desperados. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now he'll try to run with this. And he is going to lose yardage here. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game and all that preparation.
And it's a fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Douglas. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week. Plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, and maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Got it, ready?
And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Got it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Douglas, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Douglas. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
18
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. On 3rd, here's an option play right. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's got some space here. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Taylor. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 51 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll drop the throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. goes.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. They'll keep it on the ground. Douglas, nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
60 Maverick. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw here. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it.
And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 1st and 10 here. And, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling into a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's got it down to the 28. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the first half. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. $10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Ready.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
19
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down then, and the ball is knocked out, but it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Let's just call that play what it was. Bold, dashing, daring, and a big-time return for a touchdown.
Fielding a punt inside the 10. Most coaches, they frown upon that, don't they?
They really do. I do know some special teams coaches who say, okay, I'll let you go back to 8. And he's right in that gray area, and he made that play work in a massive way.
They'll try and throw for it. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On play action, they'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Again, it's Taylor. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 166 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's brought down. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Taylor. Touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
It's complete. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. But he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And the final readout on next-gen stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now we give to Taylor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. For 224 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow! Wow!
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the go.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that time out to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. Couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now Taylor. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Fights through him, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. The give to Taylor. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Hey, hey, check that. Smash.
They run with Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Now a first throw here in overtime. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small.